You know, when I was on the streets, I had no support. I had no positive interactions with society. When I did interact with society, I was alienated, pushed to the side. I was made fun of. I was spat at. I was showed absolute indifference to the pain and the adversity that I was experiencing. I kept myself so emotionally and physically isolated because, truthfully, if I kept myself away from people, then people couldn't hurt me. And I quickly realized that the only people that actually had my best interests in heart and actually valued me as a human being were the outreach workers, were the community support workers, the workers at the safe consumption sites, my workers that from Boyle Street Community Services that helped me get into treatment, helped me get into detox time and time and time and time and time again. And when I was able to get myself off of the streets, I knew that there was one thing, literally just one thing I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to help and show love, care, and compassion to those struggling, just as they did to me. Years of isolation, pain, trauma, just compounding on top of each other. As the years went by, I started to notice myself becoming a bit more and more and more distant from the services that were set up for us. And it was the last year that I was on the streets where I was living in absolute isolation. I went from being an outlier of the system to showing my face when I absolutely needed to absolutely nobody knowing if I was even alive for months at a time. And it is this same indifference and intolerance that drives me to want to be a better human being, that drives me to push forward in this fight that we are fighting. Society wants us dead. There is no doubt about that in my mind. And I experienced that firsthand. But the ways that we can relieve the stress in this pressure cooker we call society is implementing community supports, such as having community support workers on site at places like safe consumption sites, detoxes. We need to have more community-led initiatives. We need to stop telling people how to live and start offering people options on ways they can live.